Good morning, 9th standard students. Today we are going to discuss a new topic, namely acceleration of a body. When is a body said to have an acceleration? Yes, whenever the velocity of a body changes, either in magnitude or in direction or in both, the body is said to have an acceleration. Okay, I will explain with these two examples. You look at the board, the first diagram. The velocity of a body between the points P and Q is 10 meters per second, and between Q and R the velocity of a body is found to be 15 meters per second. Between R and S the velocity of the body is found to be 20 meters per second. Okay, is the magnitude of the velocity same between every set of 2 points? No, that's good. The velocity changes in magnitude. But what about the direction of motion of the body? Yes, it is moving in the same straight line direction. So do you agree with me that in the first example the magnitude of the velocity changes but the direction of motion remains the same? Okay. In the second picture you look at that the body is moving along the circumference of a circle, and you look at the point that is at point A. At point A the magnitude of the velocity is 10 meters per second, and at point B the magnitude of the velocity is again 10 meters per second. Similarly at points C and D also the magnitude of the velocity is the same 10 meters per second, but the direction of the velocity continuously changes. So how do you find the direction of velocity in circular path? That's good, by drawing a tangent to the circle at a given point. Okay, at point A, if you draw a tangent to the circle, means that tangent will give you the direction of the velocity at the point A. Can you all see VA is directed towards the east? Similarly, VB is directed towards the north, and you see that VD is directed towards the south, and VC is directed towards the west. So in the second picture, though the magnitude of the velocity remains the same, the direction of velocity continuously changes. So as per the definition, whether the magnitude of the velocity changes or direction of velocity changes, or both magnitude and direction changes, in all the cases the body is said to have an acceleration. Okay, the first two examples we have given. In the second example, what will happen if I will change this 10 meters per second into 20 meters per second, and this is taken to be 30 meters per second, and this is taken to be 40 meters per second. In the second example, I have made a small modification. So in this case, what are all the changes taking place? Yes, that is good. Both magnitude as well as the direction of velocity changes. So that can be taken to be third example. So my dear students, when is a body said to have an acceleration? First of all, yes, when the velocity changes either in magnitude or in direction, or both magnitude and direction changes. That's good. Now how to define acceleration? So the definition of acceleration. The acceleration of a body is defined as the rate of change of velocity. So acceleration is equal to, acceleration of a body is equal to rate of change of velocity. Rate of change of velocity. Rate of change of velocity. So this is equal to final velocity minus initial velocity. So final velocity minus initial velocity is called as change in velocity divided by time taken. This is a time taken. So if the body is having an initial velocity which is represented by the symbol U. So U represents what I said? Yes, initial velocity. And if the final velocity, that is velocity of the body after a certain time t, that is called as final velocity. So if V represents the final velocity, and t represents the time taken. T represents the time taken. Then the acceleration of the body a. Then a is equal to v minus u divided by t. So this is v minus u divided by t. So velocity minus velocity must have the same unit, that is meters per second. So the unit is meter per second. Already we have written m s power minus 1 divided by, again time taken is what? Second. So meters per second divided by second. So this is equal to meters per second into, once again this per second, that is coming to the numerator as s power minus 1, and this is now equal to m s power minus 2. That is, it can be written as meter per second square. Meter per second square. So this is also written as m divided by s square, or m s power minus 2. Have you all understood? Okay. How will you define acceleration? Yes, acceleration of the body is defined as the rate of change of velocity. That means it is equal to what? Change in velocity by time taken. What do you mean by change in velocity? It is equal to the final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time taken. Okay. What symbols we are using for initial and final velocities? U represents the initial velocity of the body, and V represents the final velocity of a body after a time t. So t is the time taken. Then by definition, acceleration a is equal to v minus u by t. Now the unit of velocity minus velocity, that is change in velocity, is equal to meters per second, and it is divided by the unit of time, that is second. This second is shifted to the numerator as s power minus 1. So the net unit of that is acceleration is equal to meters per second square. M s power minus 2 means how to read. It is meter per second square, or m by s square. Have you all understood? Okay, now after this topic we will be defining what is retardation. Okay. Okay students, now can anyone tell me when is a body said to have an acceleration? Yes, a body is said to have an acceleration when its velocity changes either in magnitude or in direction or both. Okay, how will you define acceleration? Acceleration of a body is defined as the rate of change of velocity. Okay, what is its unit? It is meters per second square. Since it is depending on the direction, it is it a scalar or vector? Yes, it is a vector quantity. Okay, now we will define two terms, namely uniform acceleration and non-uniform acceleration. You look at the board. In the first example, a body is moving along a straight line A, B, C, D. Okay. You tell me what is the velocity of the body at A? Yes, it is 10 meter per second. And it takes 2 seconds to reach the point B. After reaching the point B, the velocity of the body is found to be how much? 20 meters per second. So has the magnitude of the velocity changed or not? From 10 meter per second to 20 meter per second, there is a change in velocity. How much is the velocity changing? The change in velocity is equal to what? That is equal to 20 minus 10. For this change in velocity, how much time is taken? Yes, 2 seconds. So this is equal to 2 seconds. So this is equal to 20 minus 10 is 10. 10 divided by 2, that is equal to 5 meters per second square. So what is the acceleration of the body between A and B? It is 5 meters per second square. Okay. What is the velocity of the body at point C? It is 30. Okay. From 20, the velocity has changed to 30. And again, how much time it has taken? It is 3 seconds. So here what is the acceleration? And here the acceleration is equal to what? 30 minus 20 divided by again 2. So this is equal to again 10 by 2, and that is equal to 5 meters per second square. Have you understood? Just like that, you tell me what should be the acceleration between the points C and D. Yes, beautifully you are answering. Very nice. That means you have understood. Good. It is 40 minus 30 divided by again 2 will come the same value. So what should be the acceleration here also? 5 meters per second square. So between A and B also the acceleration is 5, and between B and C, between C and D also the acceleration is found to be the same. Why? Why the acceleration is uniform? This is because the velocity of the body changes by equal amounts in equal intervals of time. Good. So how will you define uniform acceleration? A body is said to have uniform acceleration when the velocity of the body changes by equal amounts in equal intervals of time. So from this example, we find that the velocity of the body changes by an equal amount in equal intervals of time. Okay. In a similar way, now let us try to understand non-uniform acceleration. In non-uniform acceleration, I have assumed that the body is moving from the point P through the points Q, R, and finally reaches the or passing through the point S. Okay. What is the velocity of the body at P? It is 10 meter per second. And the velocity at Q is 20 meter per second. So what should be the acceleration here? Acceleration must be equal to what? 20 minus 10 divided by 2, that is equal to 10. 10 by 2, that is equal to what? 5 meters per second square. Is it not? Okay. Between the points Q and R, what change in velocity is taking place? 40 minus 20. So here the acceleration is equal to what? 40 minus 20 divided by 2. And this is equal to 20 divided by 2, and that is equal to what? 10 meters per second square. Is it different from 5? Is it greater than 5 first of all? So it is not uniform. You find out and tell me between the points R and S what should be the acceleration is equal to? It is 45 minus 40 divided by 2. This is equal to 5 by 2. This is equal to again what? 2.5 meters per second square. It is very less than 5. So, between the points P and Q it is equal to 5, between the points Q and R it is greater than 5, and between the points R and S it is less than 5. That means, is the velocity of the body changing by equal intervals? Though we have taken the intervals of time as the same, I have told you strictly that in such cases the intervals of time only must be taken equally. Okay, so in the second case, it is found that the velocity of the body changes by unequal amounts in equal intervals of time. Yes. Now let us define non-uniform acceleration. So, when is a body said to have non-uniform acceleration? A body is said to have non-uniform acceleration when the velocity of the body changes by unequal amounts in equal intervals of time. Have you all understood? Okay, the next topic will be retardation. There is another name for retardation. Retardation also can be called by another name, that is called as deceleration. It is the negative of acceleration. Very, very simple. Suppose you are going on the highways with your elders in a two-wheeler. So they are going at high speed. Suppose suddenly speed breaker is found on the way, means what do? They reduce the speed or they reduce the velocity. So the accelerator is used to increase as well as decrease the velocity. So what happens? The speed decreases. Along a straight line means the velocity decreases. And the decrease in velocity also requires some time. In 0 seconds there is no change in the velocity. So it will also take some time. So now we want to use the term retardation or deceleration. So whenever the velocity of a body decreases with time. This is very important. Velocity should decrease, okay, decrease with the time. Then what will be the value of acceleration? Will it be positive or negative? Yes, it will be negative. That's correct. So the velocity will be negative. Velocity of a body decreases with the time. So the acceleration of the body will be negative. I will write negative acceleration. This negative acceleration only is called as retardation. For example, if initial velocity is equal to 20 meters per second, final velocity is equal to 10 meters per second, and the time taken is equal to 2 seconds. What is the initial velocity? 20 meters per second. What is the final velocity? Yes, 10 meters per second. How much time it has taken for this change in velocity is 2 seconds. Yes, you find out and tell me what is the acceleration here. Acceleration is equal to v minus u by t, that is equal to v is final velocity is 10. 10 minus 20 divided by 2 is how much? It is minus 10 divided by 2, that is equal to minus 5 meters per second square. Is it not? Is it a negative or not? Yes, a negative acceleration only is called as retardation. Now you look at this diagram, non-uniform acceleration. In this example, you see that initially between points P and Q, the acceleration is 5. Then between Q and R, it is what? 10. What about the points R and S? The acceleration is only 2.5. So here, the velocity is decreasing. This decrease in velocity per time taken, decrease in acceleration is called as it is not called as retardation. Understand? If it is positive value means it cannot be called as retardation. But the negative acceleration only is called by the name what? Retardation or deceleration. Okay, good. You tell me now, how will you define retardation? Whenever the velocity of the body decreases with time. Yes, repeat once again. Whenever the velocity of the body decreases with time, its acceleration will be negative. And this negative acceleration of the body only is defined as retardation or deceleration. Yes, have you understood? Okay, in the next class we are going to solve numerical problems. Until then, bye.